At first, when we started off with Uncle Billy, he was known as George the Billionaire, and it was just that until he opened his mouth and he shared his mind with us, and we discovered it's his mindset that's the billions. It's his mindset that actually speaks things into being. It's his mindset that has brought us to this point where he says we are going to do it, and we're going to do it well, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of what is happening around us. We are going to do the things that we said we were going to do. We don't quit here, all right? We may sit down and rearrange the plot, because there are many methods, 9 ways to kill a cat. If this way doesn't work, let's try and, like drown it. You know what I mean? So we are doing all the things possible to make sure that your hustle does not remain at a hustle level, but you end up calling yourself a business owner, an entrepreneur, someone who can actually sit at home and the bills are dropping into the account, where you are just calling the shots because you have set a good foundation. I'm just going to go through some of the messages that came through where I was asking the listeners, the pulses, why they are doing the things that they are doing. What's your why? Why did you wake up today in the morning, right? God woke you up. What's the reason you got out of bed? What was the reason that said, no, my guy, you can't stay in bed. You have to get out. What was it? Gabriel Rua says, I'm listening from Highlands at work. The reason why I am doing it is because of my late mom, Mai Chidambo, has struggled to be what I am, drives me each day. So he's continuing from where his mom left off. He's like, there is no way I'm going to let my mom's efforts go to waste. I am going to get up and do something, and I'm not just going to sit down and watch everything pass me by when I can actually put my hands to work. Hi, Becky. My why is my children. My children make me do the thing. My children make me do the things that I am doing. Thank you so much for sending through those that message. So one more message before we hear from Uncle Billy. Billy, I don't know why I still haven't done that song. I don't know why. Hey, Becky, can't wait to hear from Uncle Billy today. The past few weeks have really been working on my mindset, and I think ready. Yeah, we are ready to hear from Uncle Billy. So if you are ready, just type ready. Uncle Billy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Let's get into Hustle Hard with George Billionaire. I'm loving the messages that are coming through, Uncle Billy. People are ready. They are waiting to be re-motivated. I don't know if that's the correct phrase to say, but
re-energized.
Re-energized. They are ready to be empowered. They're ready to be equipped. They're ready to be inspired. What's the other one? Provoked. They are ready to be provoked, inspired, and equipped. They are ready. They are ready. How are the mentorship programs going?
Hello, hello. It's your boy.
Your boy.
George Billionaire.
That's right.
With none other, yours truly, the one and only, Becky K. And you have made the right decision by tuning in to Hustle Hard, where, like you heard, we're here to transform you to being the best version that Elohim, the Most High God, created you to be.
Oh, yeah.
So, Becky K, the GB mentorship program is going on amazingly well. We've got a masterclass, Principles and Secrets to Success.
Oh, yeah.
Happening this Saturday. And to those who follow me on all platforms, there's ways to register. It's limited seating, and we're nearly fully booked.
Love it.
And it's for a selected few people, those who want to invest. So when we come on Hustle Hard, what we do here is for the masses, but then there are intrinsic, focused groups of people who really want to see significant change and have a one-on-one and talk to me, and they can become better. So that's happening.
They get a chance to speak to you one-on-one.
They definitely,
absolutely.
In the masterclass, definitely, you all get to speak. You get to have a one-on-one time with me, so that we can see how better to make you reach where you're supposed to go quicker. And I always tell people that I'm where I am because of the mentors I had. All successful business people, athletes, all of them had a coach. All of them had a mentor.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to go to the next level, you have to have a mentor. You have to have a coach. If it means you pay to get time with that individual person, trust you me, you will learn a lot of lessons. You will go through less problems that they did if they guide you, and they can make you become a better person in no time at all because of that mentorship.
All right, messages are still coming through. If you are just joining us, it's Hustle Hard with George Billionaire on Capi Talk 100.4 FM. If you've got questions, comments, or contributions, you can send them via our apping, either by texting it or sending through a voice note. But make sure you are sending it within the time frame of the show. After the show, Uncle Billy will not be able to respond immediately to those questions, comments, or contributions. We are talking about Dare to Win, prove them wrong. I know plenty of you are doing things for the sake of proving people wrong. But they will say, how dare they say that about me? I'm going to show them.
That's right.
Is that it? Okay,
And,
thank you.
Becky, I think
Happy
you
belated Father's Day.
have to say something to the fathers. There's a
Okay.
lot of fathers out there
Yeah.
who may not have received some words of encouragement,
Oh.
who are hustling hard, who are working themselves out of this world to provide and be amazing dads.
Yeah.
Becky, I think you have some amazing words
Okay.
to
I
speak.
got this.
Yeah.
I got a present father in your child's life. But there is still hope, there's still time, and there's still a way forward, a positive way forward for you being a part of your child's life, whether it's a boy or a girl child. You helped bring that, put back your family onto that winning path. So don't feel defeated. Don't feel like you have failed when parenting goes wrong. Don't feel like you are defeated when, you know, adolescent children are showing you flames. Don't feel defeated. Your help comes.
To me to go well with you. So to all the fathers out there,
Yeah.
we salute you. Keep on keeping on. Let's keep working hard to take care of that family, your lovely wife, your businesses, you know, all that. Without Baba, a house is not a house.
Come on.
So salute
Come
you,
on.
Anna Baba.
True story.
We appreciate all that you do. And even if it's not said, trust you me, we appreciate you.
I love it. I love it. I love it so much. And the fathers are ranked number 20.
Imagine that. Imagine.
I don't know. I think we also have to be active in those areas. We the people with the platform, with the voice, need to push a certain message.
But
that,
it comes from you. It's
Yeah,
amazing. On
it's
Father's
us.
Day, you'll always have that 1, 2, 3 women who
I was
say,
stopping them, hey? I was stopping them
and-
because I used to be that.
Yeah,
I used to be it until I got to my senses like, come on, you will never be a man.
true that.
Even if you step in to do 1 or 2 things that a father should do, you are never going to be a man.
True
So
that.
I was seeing messages, Happy Father's Day to me.
Imagine that.
Like, relax yourself. Yeah,
True that.
so they just need to come to the understanding that even if you are playing the role of mother and father, it does not mean when it's Father's
Take it
Day,
away, true that.
you take away from the real person who needs to be wished
True
a
that.
happy Father's Day. 0719-100-404 is the WhatsApp number. George Billionaire is in the building. We just had to acknowledge the fathers before we spoke about our topic, which is Dare to Win, prove them wrong. The question was, is it okay to be motivated by the statement, they will see me?
Yeah, you know, Becky, I think the most important thing in people's lives is that live a life for yourself and not for people. Prove them wrong. To me, there's so many naysayers. Naysayers are people who said that you'll never make it. People who said you're not educated enough. People who said that business won't succeed. People who tried to belittle you when you went on your journey. And, you know, there's so many people who are always going to say things. And, you know, when you dare to win and think it's possible, you will be actually surprised what you can do when you just dare. So the word called dare, right? You know, I love the Shona saying, you know, right? It means, why not?
Yeah,
Why not? Dare to win. And in this life, to those who win and those who don't, it began with choosing what they wanted. You know, we were talking about choose your heart. We were talking about life is about choices. But in order for you to win, you have to dare to win. You have to at least have a mindset to say, you know what? What happens if I try? But majority of people have a thing we always talk about, and we need to eliminate this thing, the thing called fear, because fear is what is going to hold so many people back. Now, in the Word of God, it says, do not fear, so many number of times. But then that one thing is what has held so many people from daring to win. There are people who say, I'm too young, I'm not educated enough, I'm not eloquent enough, I don't have a university degree, I grew up in the rural areas, I'm a divorcee, I'm an Ndirinherera. People come up with so many things, and all of those are inbuilt in the word fear. And this is why a lot of people will not make it in life, because they are not daring to. One thing, Becky, I've instilled in my kids is that there's no word called I can't. And whatever you put your mind to, your heart to, you're willing to work hard at, you ultimately will achieve if you just dare to say, let me try. Because the person who tries, and I try more, will always get far more done than people who sit, complain, make excuses, and are always failing to open that door of fear. As we said the other week, behind the doors of your greatest fears lie your greatest treasures. So as long as you are going to be fearing, as long as you're going to be that person who is going to keep making excuses, you're never going to reach where you're supposed to go. And guess what? You'll come here every Monday, listen to us. We will PIE, provoke, inspire, and equip you. But if you don't actually begin to implement, to put to practice, to actually try, and today to actually dare to win, you will never become what God purposed you to be. The message today is dare to win. Now, Becky, it's amazing how many people in this country, and I'm going to use some local examples today.
Go ahead.
We've got the likes of Amai Rebecca Chisamba. Trust you me, when she began her radio show, her TV show, she began on radio, by the way.
Yeah, she did.
Until she went on TV. Trust you me, when she began on radio, people thought she would never make it.
Yeah.
People, there were so many naysayers. And naysayers are those pull him down, pull her down people. And what happens when you actually live a life of strive Masiwa? Trust you me, many people left when he sold his house and liquidated because he believed in his dream. The difference between him and his peers that he grew up with, he dared to win by deliberately saying, you know what? Kusiri kufande kupi, let me liquidate my house. Let me sacrifice the comfort that I am in for a bigger thing that will transform my life in many, many, many years to come. And how many of us are willing to do that? We'll go on. There's Shingi Mutasa, right? So many people left. And I tell you, if we go on this list, you will see the difference between people who make it and don't are people who are willing to take the risk. People understand this, that daring to try, all these names I've mentioned, and so many more. There's so many great entrepreneurs here in the country. And the difference with them, they dared to try. In this life, if you're not going to dare to try, there's not much you'll ever who's in the comfort zone. Nothing grows when you're at the same place and you're expecting different results. Your definition of insanity.
There we go.
Kupenga.
No, yeah, because that's exactly what it is. I can't imagine someone waking up every single day trying to prove a point, but they're doing it all wrong. Because that can also be something that can happen. You've got the right mindset, but you're going about it, the wrong way. Here you are trying to prove a point, but you're doing it all wrong. No one can correct you. You're just like, I'm going to show you. Like, you are going about it the wrong way. How do you continue like that?
True. So you'll find, Becky, there are so many people that I have looked up to.
Yeah.
Whom, a great man of God, Pastor Tom Dushel, he dared to win. Now imagine this. He came all the way from America to come to Africa to build this amazing institution and decided to build people and build dreams. Had he not dared to, he wouldn't be where he is today.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know who's listening and what you need to do in your life, but one thing is certain. If you continue to do what you are doing and not trying and making excuses, and you listen to us every single Monday, but you're not putting into action some of the things we're telling you, trust you me, there's going to come a time in 5-10 years from now when you are not as energetic, vibrant enough to pursue your goals and dreams, and able to financially live the life that you want, that you will live a life of regret. Because at the time that there were opportunities, trust you me, all these names I have mentioned are people who saw an opportunity and did not care or give a hoot what anybody said about what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And they ran their race. They dared to say, you know what, I'm going to prove them wrong. And proving them wrong is not living or being conformed by the opinions of people.
Come on.
It's saying that God created me for a purpose, and I'm going to stay in my lane, and I'm going to fulfill this specific mandate that I feel I need to fulfill.
Yeah.
You know, in a world and in a country which has many problems, there are so many solutions. I've said this so many times. If you see yourself in a place where you see problems and right, or somebody's not smelling good, or this person's... if you can see that, you are somebody who actually sees opportunities. Remember our abbreviation of POOR.
Yes, it's passing
Passing of opportunities regularly. So if you're somebody who sees opportunities, the next step to take when you see an opportunity,
take it,
is to try and solve that problem that people are facing. And in reward, don't want to sacrifice the comfort they are in now for the future harvest that they will have. And as entrepreneurs and hustlers, I tell you, the greatest sacrifice you can make is your immediate comfort for the shade you are going.
I'm going to be average for a long time. How long will it take me to actually raise the money to buy the furniture? So she then said, okay, let me sell my car, and I can always get another one because money is going to come from this. And now she's saying the business is doing the most. Now I can buy any car I want because
people who are just not listening to us, but people who are actually
doing
applying, selling and liquidating their cars. There are people, Becky, who have 2-3 phones, 2-3 cars, they have a house, but listen to the clues of those who've gone before us if they were serious enough about the things that they wanted to do in their lives. I spoke about Dr. Strive Masiwa. I've spoken about Shingim Tas. I've spoken about so many great entrepreneurs in the country. But when you look at what's more important to you, is it the immediate comfort? There are many people right now, Becky, who are very comfortable, very, with the 3-4 cars, but they don't have a steady stream of income coming in. If you're just relying on that one stream of income, there's going to come a time soon where times will tell and money is going to be needed. And if you don't have that tree which you planted and you are willing to sacrifice the immediate now, Becky, I can tell you, when I started Pro Air, Becky, I had one-man band, right?
You were everything.
I was everything. I was the sales, the receptionist, the accountant, the assistant technician, right? A lot of people laughed at me when they saw me on the robots. You were surprised as well, giving flyers, doing the most, trying, believing in something so much, when everybody else, I told you, I love my dad. He had a dream about me. He didn't think it was going to blossom as much as it has done now. But I had a serious conviction that this is what's going to change my life. But there are many people who are persuaded by people not to become winners. They would listen to the wrong associations. They would listen to people who've never won in their life. And you know, the worst thing I can ever say to the pulsers and the people who listen to us, do not hang around people who have not done anything of significance if you want to become somebody who's great. Don't. That is.
What are you doing there?
There's something wrong with you if you hang around losers, and you think if you keep hanging around with people who have no ambition or direction of where they're going in life, that's exactly what you become. But
you will become that because the environment is influencing how you think, how you move, and how you view things. So
imagine if you're surrounded with people who are comfortable with where they are. They are okay. They're okay staying in the 1-2 bedroom. The people around her, she could never win a race because of what she surrounded herself with.
And then what she also kept on repeating, because people can say stuff, but it doesn't mean that you have to.
We've said it once and twice. Success is an inside job. The person who's responsible for your success is the second letter of success, Becky, and that is none other than you. So imagine if the people around you are not speed you are carrying, which are actually hindering you from running faster. Because you are carrying too much. We grew up together. You don't understand, this is my best friend. But if your best friend is not encouraging you or provoking you, if your best friend is not doing things which are progressive, how are you going to win if you are surrounded by losers? This is what we always say. There are so many egos listening to us right now.
Right.
But because of their deliberate association with chickens,
they'll never know.
You will forget. You will forget. And with chickens, what do chickens do, Becky? They clack. They clack. They make a lot of noise. There's nothing productive in the conversations of chickens. They are just murmuring, complaining, making a lot of noise. And when you hang around those people, zuvarino gona utopera, Becky, passing a productive conversations that were spoken. And you will forget that you were born a winner. I'll say this again for somebody who hasn't heard it. Biologically speaking, when you were born, you who is listening to us was born a winner. You won a race in your mother's womb. But there's somebody on this planet who now convinced you that you're supposed to be average. You're supposed to be okay where you are.
How dare
But that is not the intent and purpose of God when He created me and you.
Absolutely.
He created you to be somebody who we don't need a tombstone to know that you existed on this planet.
Or that you were once great, or you were aspiring to be great.
Because you specifically were born to win. This is the mandate that God sent us. But someone somehow made you affiliated with the people that you are hanging around with now, who have affected your mindset. Somebody told you reading books, somebody told you that successful people you shouldn't hang around, keep hanging around with your friends. But I can tell you, in order for you to win, in order for you to dare to win, it's an inside job, and it begins with your mindset. You have to call yourself a winner. There's a specific talk, Becky. We spoke about the SFP, the Pygmalion effect.
Oh yes, I
they
remember
speak
that
it
one.
into existence.
Yes,
the
where
way
you're like literally prophesying to yourself.
Yes, the self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
And to people who are listening, whatever you talk about comes about. Now we have an amazing man called Muhammad Ali, aka Keisha Slay, right? And he deliberately, hakuna mumwe munhu Becky, if you go on YouTube and watch all the videos, there's nobody who was so super confident
like he was.
Like he was. He understood. Muhammad Ali was such a talker and such a believer in himself. Imagine this, Becky. You meet a boxer and you tell him, in the 3rd round, I'm going to knock you out. And exactly that happens. Imagine calling yourself the greatest. I am the greatest. Now, the words that come after the word I am define who you are, right? Wakatadza kuzviti I am successful. I'm a winner. I'm a champion. I can do all things. I'm a head and not the tail. I am a successful entrepreneur. There are so many I ams that you need to speak into existence. And these are things that only manifest when you begin to see yourself as a winner. There's no way, like I said, you can ever win in life if you can't win in your mind. It begins there. So all this akuna entrepreneur in your family, I was told that, Becky, by so many people.
Like, why do you want to do it? You are the first one to do it. What makes you so sure you will know exactly how to make it work?
But Becky, you know the thing in life, if you grew up from a poor family, you listening to us should be the one that's going to change that. 10, 12 generations later, they need to be able to mention your name. To mention your name. Kuti pampaina George, pampaina Becky. Do vakatanga kuita businesses. Zvakazochinja our whole generation. So people need to change their mindset and begin now. Imagine, Becky, had I not started my journey on entrepreneurship, now at least my children are going to benefit from starting at a level I did not benefit from.
Yeah.
And it's going to benefit the next generation.
And the next.
Remember, a man should leave an inheritance and a blessing for his children's children's children. So whoever's listening to us, you should be the first stepping stone. Yes, you grew up in a poor family. You never had the best of things. But now, dare to win. Prove everybody wrong who tells you it cannot be done. Be that individual who says, you know what? I'm going to try. Remember what we've said always. People think failure is the worst thing. But failures are bridges on your road to success. And if you never experience failure in your life, you will never taste or know what success is. To all people who have dared to win, trust you me, I spoke about Strive, I spoke about Mike Samba, I spoke about so many people. They have gone through so many ups and downs, more downs. Right now, they are benefiting from the seed, from the hardship, from so many things that happened. So many people caught battles, things not working out, getting in debt. But now, because they're dead, trust you me, look at them now. They are eating the best of the land. They are household names. They are providing a service because they deliberately decided to go against the status quo. You know, in our country and in the world today, people honestly believe that getting another stream of income is not important. And here on Hustle Hard, we are encouraging people to be enlightened. I used to be under the job. I used to be just over broke. I used to be. I'm no longer there earning a set salary. And you know, I've told people this, and I gave this example some time back. A salary, it's like a 500ml bottle of water. Right? That's a salary.
We visualized it.
Yeah, right. But when you become an entrepreneur, you define the container that you want. And God can pour whatever in terms of clients and amounts of money that come. But as long as you set yourself to one stream of income.
Bring out the Jojo tank.
Imagine that. So everything in life happens according to what you want. You know?
We've got 5 minutes left before we shut this down. I'm enjoying the conversation. I thought I should share this as well. The word try must be avoided at all costs when talking progressively. Replace the word I will try with I will do my best. Try has no commitment in itself because you said I'll try. So if you don't do it, you're like, I said I'll try. As opposed to saying I will do it. So when you're questioned as to why you didn't do it, because when you say I will, there is commitment there. And I think that's what people run away from. They don't want that whole commitment with you. People are going to come and ask me, what's the progress? With what you have said on daring to be different and you know, daring to do the things, proving people wrong. What's my mindset? Am I kind? Am I being nice to people when I'm proving them wrong? Should I respectfully prove them wrong, or should I be like beast mode? I am proving you wrong.
No, Becky, this life is yours and yours alone. And where people end up is a choice that they have decided. And there are others who have decided to go on a journey less travel called entrepreneurship. And trust you me, they are not out there to prove people wrong. But then they are friends, Becky. You're a very good example. They are friends you grew up with. You are now busy every weekend doing your gigs, traveling the world, Becky, not towns. And you are doing things. Do you have time for those people?
No.
A lot of them told you it's not going to work. A lot of them told, you know,
I was actually told
they are already
yes, they've got their own people.
Imagine that. But now imagine how they look. It's not you pompously going out there and say, I told you so. Look at me now.
Don't be pompous about it.
Never be pompous. But make sure, you know, I love it when, for me, it's a fuel. You know, I remember when I started calling myself George Billionaire, and people laughed. But Becky, with me, I like when people belittle me because it fuels me up to prove them wrong, to say one day you're going to say, Akavagudara, he said this from way back, and now he's on his journey. People think that a billion will manifest now, but get it correctly. I'm on my journey to where I am going. But trust you me, I'm at a far better place now than I was when I was still under the JOB. Now, you know, in Mark 11:24, it says that whatsoever you desire and believe and work hard at, you actually can achieve. Whatever you desire.
Because believing is work. It's things that you have to put.
Whatever you desire, whatever you dare to say, you know what? I want that car. I want that lifestyle. Whatever you desire, desire. The most important thing is desire. And a lot of people here are not hungry. The difference between those who make it and those who didn't, it's their hunger. Some are okay with $500 and they're okay. Some are not okay with the 500 mil example we gave, but some want the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And when you grow a business after 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 years, you then be able to see that, wow, there is so much capacity and potential that one can actually achieve because you dared to win and you dared to want. That's right.
You wanted it. Be hungry. George, before you sign out, what's the motivation for this week?
Right. This week, I want everybody to understand that in order for life to change, you need to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I'm reading a book. I'm still on it, Dare to Win. Becky's reading a book. If you don't update your mental software, you will never, ever be inspired